Alright, welcome back to this. It's been a while since we played this. We're gonna jump right in. What are they looking like? Should we go all black? I think we should go all black. Alright, let's jump in.
If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness. Sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to College Park, Maryland. SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
So that makes a difference. Audio seems really low.
And the Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Kent State Golden Flashes offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man, it's Simmons. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Golden Flashes will call on their punt team. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Maryland's offense will go to work for the first time. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back.
Oh, he broke through.
Quick with the spin move. Open field on the touchdown, Terrapins. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Leaves it with the back.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It's crazy. I still remember all the plays
already.
already.
On the last play, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking to throw on first down. Got
It's
it
Hoffman
in the middle.
again.
It's Hoffman. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that they're looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. And because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
And the golden flashes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Simmons.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass.
Let's
Ball
go.
through the middle, it's Harris. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And how about that 3rd down? They go 5 wide. They'd spread the defense out. And at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, golden flashes.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Alright. Not even touched.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top.
Oh, the screen.
Flips it out on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened
I thought that was
there.
intercepted.
These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at
Wait, is that
the
their
15.
quarterback?
Man down on the play is the official.
No, that's the wide receiver.
Break to let him be checked out. And the Terrapins are marching down the field. Now from inside the red zone. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Off the play fake on first down.
What is he throwing?
What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Safeties are in the back, and they have so much ground to cover. You see them. They can go sideline to sideline. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, going making the big turnover.
To the ground with the back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll do it himself. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Leaves it with the back. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for a crease. It's Martin. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
This is a blitz.
They go to the draw. Jukes his way for more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Flashes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Got his man downfield.
Let's go, Harris.
He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kent State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, pull it again, throw me the ball. I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The Terrapins send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The golden flashes after ripping off that huge run. Let's see if they can do it again. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got a long touchdown.
Come on.
Oh, he's getting it on steam. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the 2nd half.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Martin. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He slides that just inside the right upright. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right.
Oh.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Howard. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short.
Good enough. Oh, thank God.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw for it. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That brings them to within 1.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the golden flashes. We'll try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard. But
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
To the air on second down. Here's the heat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's got the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Looking for room. It's Martin. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hoffman. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Bunch formation for these receivers. It'll be a draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Knew where we wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left.
Let's go. That's why he's our best
Turning it
player.
on. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the wideout.
Let's go.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You could tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary clears. They're up 14 over Oklahoma State. We've we've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Makes a catch at the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive.
Throws toward the end zone. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good...
Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone, but no, the officials are saying he was out of bounds, and the quarterback might want to rethink taking a chance like that. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying him out there.
Oh,
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Give to the running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Golden Flashes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. On the run, it's Howard. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. The Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Here comes the heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
All right.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big 3rd down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. And now a big decision coming up on 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass.
They picked it up.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Running back searching for a hole. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
He's got him. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Power football with the run. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Lighting is in this game. I'm so glad
and you see running backs in today's football. They play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
All ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the golden flashes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The golden flashes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now they're going to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Kent State.
Snagged
in the end zone to give them 6. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Grab near the marker. It's Howard. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on first down. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Fires one high and deep. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
We held him for 4 catches. Oh, really good. Really isn't hard when I think the record's 55. I don't know what I was holding out for. Alright, next one's going to that one. Ooh, something went up. Oh, championship contender. I think this will be the last year we stay in this conference, though. We went down, but we just beat the school that... Well, we don't really have anything he wants. Oh well. Try that way. What? I hate it when that happens. Another... And another one. I don't know why I just did that. What team we're going against? UMass. Oh, they have a decent quarterback. Low starting running back. Speedy receiver 1. They have a really good line besides their center and left tackle. RTB should dominate their backfield.
Glad to have you with us from Dick's Stadium in Kent, Ohio, home to the Golden Flashes of Kent State. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the UMass Minutemen, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Kent State Golden Flashes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Kent State's offense will start this game off with the football. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle with Simmons. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Wait, who? Oh, no.
And the Golden Flashes will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Bring in the heat.
Oh, they got us.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Golden Flashes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. So UMass offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
UMass now faces a 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, it's Hairston. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll run for it.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a quarterback.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
Edge rusher in coverage.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh my God, we're getting people
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Minutemen come to the line on 3rd and short. DB's right up on the receivers. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And how do you counteract all the speed you have in college football? You chase the quarterback and the skill position guys with faster guys. You bring in more DBs. You bring them down in the box. You get them near the line of scrimmage so they can make big plays with their fast speed in the backfield.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Let's go.
He's got it along the sideline.
That's our longest touchdown we've ever had.
Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
Bro, he can launch that ball. That's at least 60 yards. Air time.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UMass offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Slithers into space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. UMass quickly back to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
To throw, it's Hairston. Got his man.
Oh, did he go
Found
back?
some room, but needed a little bit more. Had to get it to the 40 for the first down, and now it's 4th and short. UMass will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes his man miss. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. At the 35, he's open.
Another touchdown.
Touchdown, Kent State. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Hairston. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep.
Oh yeah, we won the last game. That means we have a winning career record now. After
No fair catches here, looking for room. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll leave it with him.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Harris. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, that'll do it for the quarter, and it's Kent State on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. They think there's room to run to the right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Pulls it in. It's Harris. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Oh, he's got some space.
Oh,
They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, golden fashion.
UMass is pretty.
These guys are
like
really
60
hitting their
overall.
stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UMass offense
Hopefully
returns
they
to
put
the
the
field.
backups in soon.
Trailing by
So
3
many people hurt.
touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. UMass quickly back to the line. Wants to throw. It's Hairston. Makes the grab on the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go.
It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Oh, we need a bye
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Minutemen needing just a few inches to convert on 3rd down. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call.
Damn, shouldn't have called the timeout then.
UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hairston. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got
and the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Absolutely perfect.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the golden flashes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
Fighting back.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here.
There he goes.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run, because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Yeah, give me spot.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's 3rd down.
Looking to throw, it's Hairston.
Oh, he
Wide
got
open
that.
downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the change move, and it's 1st and
Fighting
goal
back.
from the 8.
1st and goal, UMass.
Looking to throw. There's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7. And the field goal unit is on the field. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. It's our forced to settle for the field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 10 to Stanford. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Flashes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Golden Flashes will punt this one away.
Critters came out running.
Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Hairston. They're working that left side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. UMass now faces a 3rd and short.
Oh,
Looking
wow.
to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They finally get to him. But what a...
We fell for the fake.
There to pick up the first down. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly, because this has been...
Looking for the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. UMass quickly back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Got his man on the outside. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. Guys, you want every little bit you can get, and they got nothing there. 15-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Kent. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dick's Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Golden Flashes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UMass offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He'll pull it on the read. So
quarterback.
important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Hairston. Pucks it out of the air. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Working that left side now. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get...
Lets it fly.
Damn.
He's got it.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change.
Why? Was that not? Oh, that was a nickel. That's
And after that long completion by the offense, really great route and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
He's got his man.
They got it.
They
They're
will
back in this
score.
game.
Touchdown, Minutemen.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. On the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hoffman. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about...
Touchdown, Kent State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
You can't decide if you want a mustache or not.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it.
Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. UMass quickly back to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. UMass will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
With the catch, it's Harris. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Golden Flashes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Golden Flashes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hoffman.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Brings up 2nd down.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give to the back.
Oh, look at him.
Gets it inside the 10. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Yeah, if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
Oh, wide open.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, golden flashes. And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
13.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Off play action. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. UMass to the line facing 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hairston. He puts a lot of hair under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the 2nd half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Makes the grab. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hoffman. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Touchdown, Kent State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two. As it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Minutemen come to the line on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Hairston. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that. Now,
big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Doyle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
it's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
He's got the back in the middle. On the move at the 30. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw again. Gets it to him on the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to pass. It's Hairston. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Caught. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They go to the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the ground, he's got it again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Damn, only 2 incompletions. Oh, did he finally put us in first place? Damn. Take a look. Damn, he overtook Martin, who's just been so injured. Already halfway with his season health. That's crazy. Kind of been spreading the ball around for these 3. What's that? Harris has been with us for a while. Huh? He's in his 3rd year. Alright, so after this week, we get the bye week. Really not much of a schedule left. Buffalo always gives us fits. Oh, we have an easy schedule. Yeah, we have an easy schedule. Like, holy hell. We need to get out of this conference. Got a Heisman. Alright, we got these guys back at least. .82 speed. Yeah, he's getting outplayed. Hardman needs to step it up.